Connor McGranahan faced multiple challenges in life from the very beginning.
Connor was diagnosed with autism at the age of 4, and then they told us that Connor could hear, but he couldn't process. That was part of the autism. And we just kept thinking there was more to Connor's needs, and we as a family began to work to learn sign because he was nonverbal. And at 7, we had an amazing team of a speech pathologist, his paraprofessional from the school, and a hearing speech clinic. And we went into the booth, and through several rounds of testing, they came back and said that Connor was profoundly bilaterally deaf.
I might wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and Jamie would be out driving him around town just trying to get him to go to bed when he was 1, 2, 3 years old. I mean, it was like he did not sleep. He was full tilt all the time. And we had this little boy just standing in our kitchen screaming. And at the time we didn't know he was deaf, but you know, we had some other professionals who were like, let's learn some sign language and just help him reduce his frustration. And so we began to learn sign language just to help him calm down. And it was years later that we realized he was actually deaf, but we'd already had that prep work going into sign language.
So Connor's family decided to meet his challenges head on.
Clay kind of coined the term that we were going to redefine success as a family, and that's what we did. And so we tried a lot of things. We failed at a few things with Connor growing up, but we were always willing to try.
We would take Connor to all kinds of things growing up. Things that people go, why would you take a deaf kid to that? Why does he need to go to a music concert? Why does he need to go to a theater play? And we said, you know, we as a family have to be totally willing to fail to find out what works. And, you know, we wanted Connor to have all those experiences and be involved. When I was a kid, my sister was involved in a lot of theater productions. And I would sit and watch those, and I love it. I love my sister. I love theater. I love to see dancing and acting. And now it's my turn. I can dance and sing and sign, and talk and tell stories and help other people to understand about deaf and deaf culture and disabilities.
At a young age, it became obvious that Connor was an exceptional artist, and it became a way for him to make friends and communicate.
And when Connor was little, we gave him a Magnadoodle. And we gave him the Magnadoodle because that was before iPads. And so the Magnadoodle was to be safe and secure with Connor, to be able to write his address or his name if he got separated from us. But what it became was an art tool. And at a young age, he started drawing. And that drawing just led him into ways to share who he was.
I like to tell people about deaf culture and groups, and talk about developmental disabilities. I like to meet new people, and so talking about art helps me meet other people.
Through classes at the Art Inspired Academy, Connor has grown in his ability to bridge the communication gap with the hearing community through his art and his smile. He has a keen awareness of the world around him, as well as an innate ability to connect with individuals of all ages.
He has a quiet way of providing, you know, solace to someone that is unique because there's no language involved in it. You know, it is just him being able to sense that in someone. And while I wouldn't say he's overly affectionate, in those moments he is very connected.
Well, Connor is a role model and a mentor. What I really think is special about his role in advocacy is he teaches others to serve. It's not about him. He's teaching others that if you give, you find yourself.
Even in his silence, he exudes he brings forth the spirit of warmth and love and compassion for those that he's working with.
Connor is described as a selfless young man who inspires people every single day.
We know a lot of people who've gone and learned sign language, or they teach their children sign now because somehow they're connected to Connor or they know Connor. It's just very exciting to see how he has influenced people just by going about his day-to-day life. And I think that is one of the things that really sets him apart as one of the mental health champions.
When you meet Connor, your life changes for the better. When you know Connor, your life changes for the better exponentially. It's just about knowing who he is and being around that. He has a special presence that is strong and happy and inspiring.
I believe that Connor is a mental health champion because he has been a perfect example of having that determination to make his life better and the lives of other people living with disabilities. He has shown people that regardless of their disability, they can follow their passion, they can pursue their dreams, and reach for the stars.
I want to tell people I love my life. And I want to help teach you about life, teach you to love life.
And that is what makes Connor McGranahan a mental health champion.